their backups and their third string, second string, and let them motherfuckers play 6 or 7 games.
Nobody would watch it.
You don't think people watch it just to watch fucking football?
No. Because the AFL shit was on. Right? It was the AFL?
Yeah, but it's different. It's not.
Yeah, but nobody.
That's indoor arena type shit, ain't it?
No, it was regular football. But nobody watches preseason.
Yeah.
And that's basically what you would be having.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Nah, nobody would watch it.
I know they don't want to.
It's got to be legit NFL with all the stars.
They don't want to extend the year.
Would we watch it? Maybe, because maybe some of us would have a fantasy football league. But it wouldn't draw that much attention.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to this NCAA Women's College World Series, man.
We stopped talking about football.
We don't give the ladies enough love on here, man. I thought you were all about equality.
We talking about football.
Someone got hit in the face with the ball. I saw that.
That was crazy, right?
And that was a
It sucked, man.
That was crazy.
Well,
right?
it's 7:40. No, you still sucks.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
It sucked. It was crazy. And what's even crazier is, to me, the catcher fucking beamed her, man, in the face, and then just kind of casually walks up there. It's like you probably just fucking caved in her nose and busted an eye out of her socket, but you just gonna walk up?
Well, she already had one of her other teammates. Maybe she just processed it a little different. Maybe she's thinking first, just think, why the hell didn't you duck? Or shit, that's my best friend, because they came from Oregon together. Yeah. So she's thinking, oh shit, did I just kill my best friend?
Well, that would be all the more reason to fucking run up there and check on her, man. But
I don't know.
She just kind of walked up there like
she did kind of look nonchalant, but I think it just. She handled it different than some people would.
I didn't get to see like the end product. Did it fuck her up pretty bad?
No,
not really.
She break her nose or anything?
She had a swollen lip. No,
this side of her face the next day was pretty swollen.
Dude, it looked like that shit hit her right nose.
It wasn't even like that swollen.
No, but you could tell compared to the other side.
Yeah.
But the only thing, just a glance at the picture, busted lip, not busted lip, but a fat lip.
Yeah.
Right here is all you could really tell. If you studied the face, you would tell that this side where she got hit was swollen.
She got a fucking leather face, man. Hard in face.
Well, you're throwing the ball. Like I was telling, because we had a conversation about it. It's different. It's different between a batted ball and a thrown ball, because you're not gonna throw the ball that hard. Especially,
if she's throwing someone down at second base, you're throwing it pretty fucking hard to catch it to the second baseman.
Not compared to coming off of a bat.
No, but the shorts.
Well, no. I mean, because one's coming off at 100 miles an hour, the other one's what? 60, 70?
Maybe.
But the impact could be similar in the fact that it was such a short distance that when the catcher hit the pitcher. That's the only thing that could be comparison to.
He's got a point.
And then again, it's a softball.
And then again, it's a woman throwing it. Why you got to say that?
Well, because they don't throw as hard as guys. If a guy threw that ball, it'd be different.
But the pitcher would have caught it, though.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know, man.
It was fucked up, man. It was crazy.
It was.
They won the game, though, right? They ended up winning that one?
They won that game.
Yeah. Texas won that game.
Yeah.
Because that forced a game 3.
Homegirl, Hottie McHotterson, hit a bomb.
Yeah, the guy he's talking shit about, your girl.
She's so hot.
The guy I'm talking shit about?
No,
your girl? What guy is your girl?
The catcher.
He's thinking about guys.
No,
and girls.
He said the guy you're talking about. What guy is your girl?
The girl that you're talking about. The girl that he's talking about is what I meant to say. Talking shit about your girl.
Yeah, no. She's hot. Anyways,
which one?
The catcher.
Oh, the catcher.
Yeah.
That's why you had her back when I was like, oh, she just kind of casually strolled up. You're like, hey, whoa.
No, because I've had things like that happen on the field, and there's nothing you can really do. It's not like you're a doctor or some shit. No, what are you gonna do?
Show concern, dude. Run up and be like, dude, what the fuck, man? Are you alive? Thought your spirit just exited your body right there.
She might have said that while she was walking up. It
sounded like it when you watched the video.
Yeah, it looked pretty nasty, man.
It looked bad.
It looked way worse than what it actually was.
Well, just the other day, maybe a week ago, or within a week, some pitcher, I don't remember what team, got the ball hit off of him. And he stayed in. And they finished the inning, maybe even pitched a little more.
Yeah. But yeah, that was crazy. Texas ended up losing that to Alabama. And then OU and UCLA finished it off last night, man. In a great game. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah,
it was awesome, dude.
Yeah, I did.
When that chick from Oklahoma hit that tying home run in the top of the 7th, I was like, wow.
That's when I turned it back on. Was that at bat? And I'm like, oh, okay, let's see. Let's watch the end of it, watch them celebrate or see if there's a comeback.
Yeah.
And then when ball came off the bat, I was like, oh shit, that's got a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a good game. UCLA ended up winning.
Walk-off single.
Yeah.
Which the wild pitch before that got the runner 2 second for UCLA should have never happened.
No.
You can't give up a wild pitch in that situation.
What's crazy is they don't have replay.
Yeah, I know.
They don't have instant replay or the replay challenge.
You'd think they would try it out in the World Series.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew they didn't have it.
They're saying that
when Texas played Alabama.
They're saying that the rule change now is this is a year where they could change the rules, so they're probably gonna have it next year. But yeah, they should have had it because we would have scored at least one more run.
And maybe who knows who keep hitting.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fucked up. Like how they're calling him the first Mexican ever to win the. Because he's not Mexican. He's fucking American.
He's not from Mexico?
No. He was born here.
None of his family's from Mexico?
I think I don't know. I didn't look into his dad, but I looked into him, and he wasn't born.
Maybe he's the first American from his family. Like his whole family's from Mexico.
Yeah, but that would make him American.
Well, no, maybe that sports world, they don't care about all that.
Was it the Mexico flag that he walked out with that gave him away?
What?
The Mexico flag that he walked out with?
They gave what away?
That made them call him a Mexican?
I don't know. I guess
maybe his Mexican boxing shorts.
Mexican descent.
Mexico boxing shorts.
No.
I think is what they're saying is that he's Mexican descent.
Maybe he should have came out with an American flag and the Creed boxer, the Stars and Stripes boxers, and they wouldn't have called him a Mexican. Would have been this American, this fat American here just knocked out this other dude.
About, man?
He's just rambling. He's not putting sentences together.
He's not.
He's got like 3 parts. He got 3 parts of a sentence.
You're just saying a bunch of nonsense.
I said that if he came out with an American flag and some American boxers, right? American boxer briefs, whatever the fuck they wear.
Boxer briefs.
Shorts. What do they wear?
Briefs or underwears.
Okay, what are they wearing? Shorts? Some American flag, Stars and Stripes shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And an American flag behind him, then he would have been classified as an American. Because anybody with Mexican heritage who's proud of it isn't going to come out with all the American flags and shit.
I don't think that that's why they. I think they called him Mexican because he's of Mexican descent.
Not so bad.
Yeah, he goes. My prediction that a Korean woman would be atop the leaderboard at the women's U.S. Open was based on statistics and facts. Korean women are absolutely dominating the LPGA Tour. If you ask me again, my answer would be the same, but worded more carefully.
Yeah, man,
you
it was
say
in bad
more
taste.
Korean women. You don't say someone named Lee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't say like Korean women are dominating. You said some women.
I don't know any
Lee would.
Yeah, I don't know any golfers, but I'm sure I could say Lee and name a few of them.
Yeah. That's where he fucked up by like belittling them to begin with. Like,
because how he said it at the very end, he could have said what he said about not knowing golfers, and throwing what he said at the end about statistics and Korean women and all that, and instead of what he said, and been just fine.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been suspended from his own show. And you have said some shit that you deserve to be suspended from this show.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you can't say that kind of shit, especially nowadays.
Yeah, not
in a guy in his position.
In his position, dude. I mean, he not only does he have his channel on Sirius, and he has a lot of listeners, but he has a big following on Twitter too, and you can't say shit like that.
Social media. What's funny is that Tiger Woods came out and was saying some shit about how he shouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he deserves whatever punishment he gets.
Yeah, and then Hank Haney comes back, and he's like, "Man, I didn't know that you were the one to stick up for women."
That's fucked up.
That's
a low blow.
That's pretty good.
That's a low blow. But I thought Tiger has a niece that plays in the LPGA, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Cheyenne Woods.
Fucking smoke show too.
So that's probably why he said something, And besides, honestly, Tiger's trying to rebuild his image. So why wouldn't you?
And he's just sticking up for golfers. He's not even necessarily, you know what I mean? Maybe that, like, because you said Tiger is trying to.
He's rebuild
that image.
He's he has to say something. Everybody looks up to Tiger. Everybody wants his opinion, so you have to do the right thing, and he did.
Yeah.
And fucking Hank Haney again takes a low blow. Same thing that
Can
fucking
y'all
got him in
name at
trouble.
least 6 or 7 golfers in the LPGA?
No, I can name Michelle Wee.
I know Michelle Wee.
And then there are a bunch of Lees.
I know Holly something. The one that fucking plays for Puma, and I can't think of her name. Anderson. Thompson.
Lexus Thompson.
Lexus Thompson. Lexi Thompson. I know those three.
MB Pak, is that one? Is that her full name? She's one of the.
You said you're the one that can name them.
I know, because
I'm
making sure that I'm not mixing two up.
You're asking the wrong person.
I know three. He already said from the get-go, I don't know no motherfucking women. Yeah, I know those three, and that's about it.
Couple sisters on the course, the Corda sisters. Yeah, I can name more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta admit, I don't like if I pass by and they're playing, I may pause and just kind of watch a minute or two, and then I move past. I'm just like, it's not, as great because they're not driving the ball like the men do. Their up and down is different. It's just different. It's a different feel.
Yeah.
So I tend to not just watch too much, but
I watch as much as them as I watch men's golf because it's still just golf.
But I'm not Hank Haney, and you gotta to a point, man. You have to know better than that. You can't just be ignorant.
I agree.
And be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then fucking take a shot at Tiger Woods, too. It's like, dude, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And really,
that's pretty bad.
Really, I mean, did Tiger really do anything wrong? He was dicking down women that wanted to be dicked down by Tiger Woods. But what's wrong with that? It's not like he was forcing himself on them.
Well, but he was married. That's the wrong with it. And just in everyone's eyes. And you got to think when you do that and then you come out
and you're a champion for women, you can't.
Not with Hank Haney. Maybe other people, yeah, but not. I think there's just too much animosity between those two people.
Yeah,
they're always
going
to take shots. That's why he came back at Tiger and said what he said.
Yep.
They're just two people that don't like each other.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be as polite as they can be, but when they can take a shot, they're gonna take a shot.
You see that video of Tiger on the practice range, and one of those guys tell him, "Hey man, what'd you feel about that dude that made that bet?" And he's hitting the ball.
Fucking great bet.
Great fucking bet. As he hits the ball, like dude, everybody starts laughing. Then he asks him something. What do you think about him betting on you to win the next
major?
And he said something about, well, he's a fucking idiot.
That's a terrible bet. Yeah.
Guy's an idiot.
That was stupid.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Hey, what about our Longhorns? Made it to national championship in golf.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we got 3 freshmen too.
Who ended up losing to Stanford, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll probably watch more of that golf than any other golf.
The Texas tennis team won their first national championship too. I don't know if we talked about that or not.
Thanks, coach.
Thanks for nothing, coach. Thanks for nothing, coach.
Well, not apparently after that they were, giving them praise and thanking them, and
I wonder how much the scholarship kid attributed to that win. But they just gave it to
probably
him.
None.
Probably about $50,000 worth.
They just put his head on somebody's body and
his name's on the
put him in the lineup.
Names on the plaque.
And they're like, "Oh, he hurt his elbow earlier in the week. He's not going to be playing today." Motherfucking cheats.
Hey, so Daryl, did you?
It's my quarterback.
Did you see that video I put up on our Facebook page?
Yeah,
that was embarrassing.
Y'all's quarterback.
Yeah, what was that, like his rookie year?
That was bad. That was
Dude,
bad.
That's not gonna insult me. We've all talked about
how one point
not accurate he is.
At one point, Dak said, "You hit that one too."
Yeah. Then he goes, "Oh, here he was tired of beating him regular, so he was like, I'm gonna skip this one in there."
Yeah, like dude. Oh my.
Yeah,
goodness.
That was pretty good, man.
But when was
video.
that? What year was that?
I have no idea. I just
he looked
kind of
young.
Facebook.
Was that's the David Carr? That's the Raiders quarterback?
No, that's the one that was drafted by the Texans, and then got
that's
murdered.
Derek Carr.
Oh, Derek Carr.
That's his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a younger brother. Yeah, it was cool because they had a picture of him whenever David Carr was being drafted by the Texans. They had a picture of him on the stage with his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because honestly, if it wasn't for how bad he played with the Texans, he might have.
I don't even think he played that bad, dude. I think it was just he got beat up.
I know, but just the look, because he wasn't that great, and his first 2 years he got nothing but pummeled. That's why I don't think y'all took Carr that year he was coming out.
Yeah.
I think y'all took Clowney. Was that the year Clowney was coming out? I mean, you still could have got Carr in the second round, but
yeah, I think that's what it was.
A better pick, I guess. Clowney has been working good for y'all.
Yeah.
Him and fucking Watt on the corners.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty if they all stay healthy together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty. Fucking nasty. Dude, I hope. I can't wait for football. It's going to be so much fun.
Right around the corner, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
You want to give it a shot?
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
Dude, that sounded pretty good.
That's actually, yeah, I know. I had to close my eyes and just not picture Ernest. Just picture the words. That did sound pretty good. Definitely better than next Friday, Pinky Dude.
In my mind, you look like a red-headed pale dude.
Fuck yeah.
Instead of a really dark.
I even stuffed my package in preparing for that. Just so I could pull off a little more McGregor.
A little too much information there.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. At least you didn't come out with your Speedo to show us.
Dude, I don't know where.
Bathroom's right there, Daryl.
No, we're good. We're good.
I don't know where to start, man.
About what? Just
throw something out there. You're the surprise.
Hey, so okay.
I'm looking at your notes.
What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about artificial intelligence?
What do you mean?
I know you're scared of it, right?
It's scary. It is.
Y'all both scared of it?
It is. I don't know if I'm scared of it now, but if you let yourself wander about like the possibilities that can hatch because of artificial intelligence, it's some scary shit. It is.
It is, dude.
Because you could very easily see the Terminator shit happening, and you're like, robots building fucking robots. Machines, an artificial intelligence says, I can do this that y'all can't do because I'm thinking on a higher level than all of y'all motherfuckers, and I can put it together, and does it. I mean, what's to stop it? If it's an artificial intelligence, meaning it's free thinking on its own, making its own decisions, what's to stop it?
It already exists.
Yeah, I can't remember how it went, but there was like I can't remember who invented it, but they invented the computer that plays chess, right? And then they invented another computer that was like, all right, this computer, won't ever be able to beat that one. And then it ended up learning how to beat it. Mm-hmm. And then they took it to go play the Chinese chess or whatever it is. And then it ended up learning all of that and beat their fucking champion.
It's called Go.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Go?
It's so crazy.
Go, yeah.
Go.
Geo.
They couldn't name it fucking better than Go.
I don't know, dude.
That's what it translates to. It's probably something like
some crazy shit.
Whatever.
These motherfuckers.
But yeah, so that they were saying that computers would never be able to beat humans at chess because they wouldn't be able to, like, I guess,
make changes on the fly, or adapt.
Yeah, and then it did.
They can.
Yeah, and then that computer went and beat the Chinese chess guys.
The fucking grandmasters.
Yeah, went and beat them when they didn't think it was possible. Mm-hmm. That's so crazy, dude.
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue? Is that what it's called?
By IBM.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit, man. But, man, have you seen, like, the robots and stuff that they're working on that are, like, running and jumping over shit?
It's scary.
Like, they look,
it's scary. I mean, how long before we have shit like iRobot, the movie? Walking robots that are fucking supposed to be butlers and shit like that.
I think we're a long way from that still.
I don't. Y'all seen Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's
something
crazy.
Like that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, people walking around and look human, but they're actually artificial
But dude, you think like that movie? There's the fucking super rich, mastermind guy that just lives out on his. You think Elon Musk got some shit like that just set up somewhere?
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be some
Elon
crazy
Musk
shit,
is
dude.
Tony Stark.
Right. Right.
Kind of.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, dude.
The E was about to tear up when I said Tony Stark. My bad.
Yeah,
my bad,
man.
Why you gotta bring up old shit? Yeah, dude. I was just because Joe Rogan had a few guys on his podcast about AI, and I'm just like, it's fucking crazy, man. The shit that they're able to do, especially now with like the, so on. I didn't know this, but Teslas are the only cars that they update on their own. Like
like an Xbox
through a cloud
or,
through the cloud or some shit. They send upgrades from from the Tesla wherever they're doing the programming. They send those updates through the air into the car, and then it updates like overnight, and then you're driving.
Sure, it's not underground. It's through the air.
No, and it's like, but dude, that shit's crazy, right?
It is.
Like how. But what the thing that fucks me up is like, what if one of those updates has like a bug in it or something?
Or how hard is it for somebody to hack into the system and send a bad update?
Yeah.
And then make everybody
or
crash,
control
brakes
your car.
fail, or automated driving fail.
Yeah.
And they can set it as soon as you hit 70 miles an hour, you fail.
Yeah.
You turn off quietly, and you're fucked. I mean, that's basically what happens when they start putting everything into some kind of automation, online, computerized program. That's essentially what can happen.
Those plane crashes, that's apparently what happened to those.
Yeah.
Did y'all see those planes that went down?
Yeah, those Boeing 767s.
Yeah, they had a bad update, and it had a bug in it that was making them just go dive down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's a fucking update, dude.
But that's where it's going. That's the whole thing about programming is programming has to be fucking precise. Like every code has to be perfect. And not only that is when you're programming, you have to try to think of every possible outcome so that you can write a code to prevent it or how to work with it. And that's the whole thing with artificial intelligence is what they're trying to get away from. Writing a program that'll see the faults that it has and correct itself.
Fix it right on the spot.
So that the programmer doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
It'll just automatically
save time.
Start adapting.
Yeah.
But just like any consciousness, man, what does it take for that consciousness to go wrong, to go bad? And to be convinced that it is doing the right thing,
Turn
but it's
into
doing
fucking
wrong.
Ultron.
Eagle Eye, iRobot.
Exactly, dude. That's some scary fucking shit. It's impressive that some motherfuckers like us somewhere are thinking that shit up and
Not
building
like
it.
us.
Not, I mean, like us in the sense they're fucking humans and
Yeah.
shit, but, obviously they're way more intelligent. But I'm just saying that they're out there fucking building this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
But it's scary, dude. It's fucking
The TV
scary.
show on Netflix, Black Mirror.
Dude, it has a
It
lot
opens
of
your
shit
mind
on
to
it.
a lot of what
I
ifs.
guess I gotta see
Oh.
that shit.
Oh, you need to.
Cause like those dogs that they have,
Hey, man,
and one of the
yeah.
in the metalhead.
Yeah, metalhead dogs.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that shit's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, dude, like, what's crazy about that? We're talking about Black Mirror on Netflix. Y'all need to check it out if y'all haven't seen it.
And it doesn't matter what order you watch any episode.
No, and
Just
what's crazy
FYI.
is they all kind of relate, but they have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
Because they all play the same music. That same song
Well, and if you
repeats in almost every episode.
some of the shows, if you look at the bottom ticker, they'll have names like Liam Monroe for the governor. Well, he's in one of the other episodes, like one of the political ones.
Yeah.
And they do play some of the same names. And remember the one where the black girl goes to the museum?
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere. Well, when she first walks in, there's that chick, and she was the one that woke up with her hands like all messed up, trying to say, like give away, not give away it without but tell you what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She actually was a bad person, but she didn't know, and it was like a game. It was like an amusement park or a museum or something, because of what she and her boyfriend did
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
with the black girl.
The black girl, man. You know that one with the black girl?
The one.
She's black.
The one where she goes into the Black History
No.
Museum?
Well, that's one of the very final ones. But when she walks in the museum, there's a picture,
Yeah.
and the picture is of one of the chicks from the earlier episodes.
Which episode? Because I can't think of what the one you're
I think
thinking
it's
of.
I don't know. I haven't
But dude,
watched
they
any
got
of
some crazy shit where like, and most of them, they have an implant in their head, and what you can do is like replay all your memories.
That'd be legit.
It's so crazy.
That'd be cool.
Well, like we could just sit right here and I didn't say that, and just rewind whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, talking about memories, I'm going to throw you off subject. Do you have an early memory that you have your earliest memory?
I've got some.
I got a few.
I don't know which one's like my first one though.
Like for instance, me, right? One day I was talking with my mom, and this is why I bring it up. And I said, "Hey, Mom, I got this memory, man, that's, clear as day, that I'm in the hospital, and I'm laying on my back, and there's an operation. I see the big light in my face, and I feel like in my, I don't know where you would call it, your
probably when you were getting circumcised.
not your pelvis area,
you're definitely getting circumcised.
Your groin. I guess your groin area. It's like they're pulling something out of me right there. I said, there's like
the doctor's dick.
Stuff's being pulled out, right? And I said, and then I remember being wrapped in a warm blanket, and I remember little characters all on it. I didn't know what they were, but I can see the picture in my head. And I'm walking down the hallway, right?
You were walking?
No, not walking. I'm being carried down the hallway in a blanket.
She's saying you remember your birth?
No, dude, this is crazy. Listen.
Okay.
So then, I'm telling her all these flashes that I remember of this, and it's like, obviously I didn't know what all it was until you get older and you can kind of put names and shit to the pictures you're seeing. And then she's like, well, that's impossible that you remember any of that. And I'm like, well, no, I do. It's all I see it. I can see the pictures and everything. And she's like, you were 6 months old when that happened. She goes, you had an extra a mass in your groin area, and they opened it up and they pulled it out. And she said, and they closed it back up. Mm-hmm. And I have the scar. That's the weird thing, is I do have a scar there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was 6 months old. And she goes, yeah, you were 6 months old. How'd you remember that? Anyways, that brings me to a thing that I thought that maybe when you're that small, they can't anesthesia you very well because your body's so small. So maybe a lot of that's done without. And since you're a baby, you experience like a traumatic experience because there's probably pain or whatever involved, and it kind of just sticks in your head, as a traumatic experience. And maybe that's why I remember it.
But you're not, I don't know.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't think you're supposed to have memories until you're like 4?
I don't know, dude. That's in my head. She said I was 6 months old. And she's like, yeah, she's like, the blanket
it could have been a traumatic experience. That's why you still do remember it.
She said the blanket they had you wrapped up was a Sesame Street blanket, and they brought it warm because you were a baby and you were like didn't have any clothes on, so they brought you to me warm like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, that's strange, man.
Oh yeah.
White Bear.
Yeah, White Bear.
The name of the episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
That chick was in the museum.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's crazy how your brain remembers certain memories and erases other ones and holds on to other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we don't have no way of controlling that. But if we did, then we could go back and play any moment that you may have forgotten or overlooked.
That's part of the episode. Yeah. It's kind of like that. You just go rewind, go back and check the files, see how far back you want to go.
But only I have access, right? Because I wouldn't want
to yours, to everything you see.
Yeah. I wouldn't want my wife going back and looking at my stuff.
Well, there's one guy. One guy like you could.
Why do I want to see me jerking off into a sock or something? A piece of bologna when I was like 13. It's not.
Maybe it turns around.
I'm sure.
We don't even need to know that.
Have we not all wrapped a piece of bologna around our dicks and
yanked it? Nope.
No, most definitely not.
Nope. I can say that with
I probably did.
I probably did.
I'm not gonna throw it out of the stupid things I've done.
Is that one of the memories you're gonna ask your mom again?
Is that one of your apple pie moments?
Hey, Ma, you remember when I wrapped that bologna around my dick?
I can't remember.
Out? Did How old was I?
Ernest, you were 37.
Son, you were. Might was just telling me that was yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know, man. But
weird. That'd be legit if they could do some shit like that, dude. It's probably a matter of fucking time.
I'm gonna Google that.
It's probably a matter of time before some shit like that is capable of happening. Before they can find they know where the memories are stored, but they find a way to transfer waves, energy, any kind of measurable sound wave or anything, any kind of energy wave that comes off of that part of the memory, and find a way to translate that into pictures, like any language. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You just got to find that primer that converts one language into the other so you can understand it, and it's only a matter of time before they're able to do that.
There's one episode where I guess the daughter goes missing for a few minutes or something. I don't really remember. But anyway, the mom gets this chip implanted into her. And it's basically it's an alert system. It's a tracking device. Mm-hmm. And she can see everything, sees through her daughter eyes, sees everything.
On an iPad.
Well, yeah, on an iPad.
That's crazy.
Like she watches on an iPad.
So
like
her daughter can see her.
No. She puts an implant into her daughter's head.
JJ's my son. Uh-huh. Now I can watch on an iPad everything he does.
My daughter does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's real crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it gets real crazy.
I bet.
Yeah, y'all need to go watch Black Mirror. I don't want to spoil
to
anymore.
me, that's close of where we're at as far as just people wanting a microchip anyway, and they're going to use it as well. You'll be able to know where your kids are at all time, and if God forbid, but something happened to them and they get kidnapped, we'll know right where they are because of this chip.
Yeah,
it's for your safety, your kids' safety.
Yeah,
that's another part of the conspiracy theories because 9/11 was an inside job.
Maybe.
It was.
Hey, so y'all like do you go to church?
Every once in a while. I'm not gonna say I go all the time.
You don't go. You have but you go to the same church and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. Most of the time.
No, sometimes I've gone to other churches.
Yeah. Sure. Do you go to church?
No, not really.
No. Well, I guess you're the only church goer. Whenever you go, do you donate?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not always. Sometimes I try to throw something in there. I mean, just something. But it really makes me mad when they come around twice. I'm like, dude, really? A second time? I just donated. I'm sure when Jesus got his congregation together and preached, he wasn't asking for money in return. I understand it's for the building and for lights and the people that work there and things like that. But
Bullshit.
I'm like, anyway, a second time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, pass it around once, and then that's it.
Yeah, I bring it up because like these televangelists. Yeah. I guess is what they call them.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
They're mostly all Christian, and the one specific, Kenneth Copeland, he got like bombarded with an interview while he was trying to leave. I don't know where he was at. He was some big ass building or some shit. But they were asking him because supposedly he had said in a statement before that he had to buy a private jet because he doesn't want to ride coach with the demons. So he's got a private jet that he bought from Tyler Perry for a bunch of money. But he said $220 million. Yeah, he said he had to buy it because he made it so cheap for him.
Yeah.
He's like, I just couldn't pass it up. It was so cheap.
It was a good deal.
It was just a great deal. Couldn't pass it up.
But what do y'all think? Like,
he just looks like a snake in clothing. And the other they talked about was Jesse Duplantis.
Yeah.
And he's out of New Orleans or Louisiana.
I don't know, man.
Well,
he talks about having gold-plated sinks and gold-plated faucets.
The other motherfucker that's a piece of shit is that fucking Osteen guy, too.
I'm not a fan of his either.
You know,
I mean, he's got that, where it went down in Houston, right? Where he had that fucking big ass
when the flood happened.
Right?
Yeah.
Hurricane Harvey?
Yeah. And then he didn't want to let people in. And I'm like, dude, that's the person that's supposed to.
Yes.
That's the person that's supposed to let you in, without a doubt.
Well, he eventually did, but it took a while.
After he got a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. And
after he got a bunch of shit for it,
mattress Mike or whatever opened up his doors and said, y'all can sleep on any mattress y'all want. I don't care.
And this dude finally let him in after he got a bunch of bullshit about it, and then people are still fucking donating to that guy.
Yeah, I didn't like the way that all went down, and it's one of those things where I don't know how to respond to that because I believe in God and I believe there's somewhere else after here, but when you see things like that happen. And even like with the preachers and the molestation charges.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, y'all are supposed to be men of God. How are y'all doing this, sinning like this, and you believe in our God?
Well, and they continue to do it because none of them get prosecuted.
But it's not only that. It's like mentally. If you believe there's a God and you go to hell for things like that, how do you do it?
But that's the craziest thing about it is like, especially in this time of age where, the social justice warriors are at their tippy top, most popular place, and they're going after everybody. They're going after fucking Hank Haney for saying, yeah, I knew Ali was gonna win, but you got all these fucking kid rapists and pedophiles out here, and you're not doing jack shit about it. Like, where are your morals really at if you're complaining about Hank Haney saying that Ali would win?
Because they look at it differently because it's their own people. But to them, it's a sin issue. It's not a
pedophilia is...
No. I know. I'm just saying the powers that be in some of these religious institutions that overlook it. You know, they don't look at their congregation, their brother, whatever you want to say. They're just battling an illness.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need to be prosecuted for something spiritual, dark that they're battling. You know what I mean? That's just the mindset they have. That's why they don't really prosecute them. They just overlook it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because soon pedophilia is just going to be labeled in the same group as everything else.
Transgender people, gays.
It's just a mental illness.
I've seen that shit before. Well, it's not just a mental illness, but it's like people are trying to say
passed on this.
People are trying to say that it's that it's just another sex identity. You know, like gays, they say, "Oh, I'm born that way." Well. Yeah. Or transgenders, that I was born a girl, I want to be a girl. And now these pedophiles, they even have their own little symbol, where they say, no, it's not the three-eyed raven, but they say, that's the way we were born, that's what we want. You can't change us. And there's
I know
some crazy shit, man.
It's sick and crazy.
But yeah, so these dudes, these dudes are fucking rolling around in fucking Cadillacs, got fucking vacation homes. The dude's ministry has 3 airplanes.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's like, what the fuck, man?
Me and Bobby went to a sermon one time by that Jesse Duplantis, because he was down here in San Antonio at, I guess, John Hagee. I think that's his main church was there.
Yeah.
And he was just as bold as that Kenneth Copeland, man. Yeah. Just about talking about how much money he had and all this stuff. And I'm like,
so crazy, dude.
I get God wants us to have nice things. I believe that. But to have those kind of nice things and be the people you claim to be, come on, man.
You need to upgrade your phone then. Look if God wants you to have nice things.
Well, hey, jackass. It's also called priorities. I need my phone for like 2 things.
Oh, yeah.
It still works.
What does that comment say?
That's fucked up, man.
Brandon?
The comment's from Aaron Ledesma. I'll donate to the church, but I see them give so much back to the community that I don't want my pastor being a millionaire. So, this gentleman.
Yeah.
I don't know if this person identifies as a man. Might be, might not. But
you'd have to ask Ernest that.
Aaron.
He identifies.
Aaron.
Yeah, he sees this person sees the good. They see that money kind of go back, so they're all right with it. But I'm sure, the pastor's not rolling up in a vintage Jag or something.
Yeah, but you also don't know what,
Well, let's talk about the fucking tax write-offs that churches get.
That ain't no lie, dude.
Well, a lot of them they're nonprofits. They don't pay taxes.
301c.
Yeah.
So tax exempt as long as you don't speak about the government.
I need to make up my own religion.
I think
how many followers do you have to have?
I don't know.
The church should have
the TV show Weeds.
Should have restrictions, right?
Yeah.
They should say, sure, you can be a pastor. This is going to be your salary, and only this. Your car. This is what you can have as a car. They should put fucking restrictions on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We give you $50,000, $60,000 to buy a car. That's it. You're not allowed to have private jets.
Well, where are you getting this money though?
From
all the people that donated.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, we as taxpayers have to pay for shit. Our taxes go to pay for shit we don't want to pay for. It's the same thing. They have to make a salary. They're doing a job.
But I don't think there's enough of that money to go around to where you can.
Oh, it is.
Obviously,
if they're buying private jets,
but I'm also those are just a hand. Those are the evangelists. I was actually when I said that, I'm thinking more kind of local churches we're probably all used to going to.
Yeah. Well, even if it was a local church, could budget it on what their budget is. Budget in housing, food, car, the little things.
But what if a guy just happens to be rich and wants to serve God? You can't really put a restriction on what he drives.
No, if it's from his own personal money, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's the thing. Are these guys that are buying the private jets, did he buy from his own personal money?
These guys, who the hell knows how they even got all this money? Some of it
question.
could be, well, not some of it. A lot of it's probably from the donations they've gotten all around the world. It's probably also, and I'm just speculating, but like them pyramid schemes. I'm not saying it's a pyramid scheme, but just how the kind of money just trickles down. I think they're getting some money from the higher ups as long as they keep their image going.
Towing the line.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Some crazy shit, bro.
But I don't
picked
think
the
it's
wrong.
cool.
I should have been a.
No, exactly.
Pastor.
You should have been. You should have been. You need to stay out of the pulpit.
I don't know, man.
Well,
I could do a lot of good with that money.
You need to tell some people off.
I could do a lot of good with that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could give me a jet, fly around.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really worth it.
Didn't they? In that, was it like a? Did you watch it was on CBS or?
It was
Dateline
on
or
Inside
like
Edition.
Wasn't it? Didn't they say also too that Copeland, when he flew his jet, like it wasn't even to places to
No,
do
because they
anything.
asked
It
him.
was
There
more
was
like
like
vacation type.
yeah,
stuff.
they asked him, do you fly your jet to your vacation homes? He goes, well, yeah.
Well, of course I do.
I was like, God damn, man, this is fucking creepy. That guy looks creepy as
No,
fuck,
he did,
though, by the way,
I'm
man.
not a
Have
fan
you
of
seen
his.
him?
No,
He's fucking scary looking, bro.
no.
He don't preach
Fucking
the
scary
truth,
looking.
in my opinion.
I think once you get to a certain age, man, you have just no regards for what you say anymore. You're just like, yeah, fuck you. What
He's
are you
rich
gonna do?
as fuck. Who gives a shit?
What are you gonna do?
know?
What are you gonna do? Exactly.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Because there's still gonna be plenty of people putting money back in his pocket.
Yeah, that ain't
Even
no
if
lie.
you don't like it, what are you gonna do? He's still gonna keep getting money. All of them.
Yeah.
So crazy, dude. So
It's
crazy.
okay. They'll get there.
Seems like some of it, there's a broken system somewhere there that needs to be fixed. You know?
You're the one putting money in the pot.
I put some money there. Yeah, sure. I donate.
You bought his second jet alone.
I'm in the house of God, and you know.
Hey, I
it's
actually
only right.
probably gave DePlanta some of my money
Oh,
too, so I
shit. There you
can't
go.
lie. I know.
Daryl's, paying for his drug money.
Mhm.
You know, all those dudes get fucking loaded.
Next week, Deacon Daryl. He's like, what? They get loaded.
I don't get loaded. I smoke. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I load my bow.
Exactly. There's a difference.
I don't know. So what else you got, man?
That's all I had.
Oh, that's all you have?
Yeah. What else you want to talk about? We got like 20 more minutes.
We didn't see no damn movies. We don't
Y'all
give
seen
no fucks
Skyscraper?
About that. I've seen it before.
Nobody
Dude.
fucking
I don't
want to
really
watch
like.
Skyscraper.
I think sometimes in that the Rock Man goes overboard.
I agree.
Yeah, he's
He just
fucking
goes-
stupid.
He just goes. Oh, he's going overboard. Like the new preview for the Hobbs and Shaw
Don't
bullshit.
even talk about it. We don't want to give it any airtime. It's not worth it.
He's fucking flying out of
I don't
a
know. The
fucking
Rock is
building.
on there. I'm not the Rock. Triple. Go ahead.
Jason Statham.
No,
fuck.
go ahead. Go ahead. I can't talk right
He's fucking jumping out of the building onto and jumps on the dude. Fucking
now. Well,
grabs
what
him.
about on
It's like, come on,
Skyscraper
man.
jumping off
Are
that
you-
thing? And
Are you really gonna do that? Are you really gonna do that?
Roman
Don't talk
Reigns?
about it.
He's in Hobbs and.
And
Shaw.
not only that, but the part where they lasso the fucking helicopter and he's holding it from the truck. And
No,
I'm
I
like,
was.
come on, bro.
Well, when I was sick, a couple
obviously
weeks
only
ago,
Captain America does shit like that. You
oh,
can't.
Captain America.
Captain America held the fucking helicopter to the building.
Whatever.
That's
did.
fucking Captain America.
He ain't nothing.
Who? Captain America?
Yeah.
He's fucking America's ass.
Punk ass Steve Rogers
He's
screwed up.
got
He
American's
screwed up
ass.
the timeline
He did,
and
but
made Phase 4 happen.
he did, but that's to open up the other
know.
dimensions and bring in fucking the X-Men universe and Deadpool and everything else.
It's like
They're gonna bring it all together.
Gay Gyllenhaal's lying. He ain't telling the whole truth.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well, because in the comic books he's like an actor or some bullshit, like a.
Dude, you know what you know what I've been watching these
Illusionist.
past few
Yeah.
days? Is fucking Saw.
Nah,
the
screw that.
puzzle,
Dude, that
jigsaw.
movie's crazy.
I think I've seen a total of 3 episodes. Not 3 episodes.
I'm-
Three of the
I'm
movies.
the same. 3
I've seen
movies,
3
and
of
I'm
the
just like, dude,
movies.
it's the same bullshit.
But those movies were crazy, man.
It's interesting.
You know what I mean?
It's an interesting storyline.
Yeah.
Some of them are.
It was crazy,
I don't
bro.
know.
It was crazy.
If you can keep doing that many,
it
and
was ahead
actually
of its time.
have decent storylines to where it's not like Friday the 13th. Because the same dude with the machete's coming after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the first one, it was the mom. Sorry, spoiler alert, but y'all shouldn't watch it anyway.
I think people just like suspenseful shit. You know, they like the jumping out, the. I don't know. I don't know. Saw was just Saw. It wasn't. I think what got you was just the fucked upness about it.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
train
like you
wreck.
gotta chop your own fucking arm
Yeah.
off.
The
Yeah, what
fucking
would
you
you do?
had the
Yeah.
key all along, but it was in your stomach, motherfucker. Ha ha. You should have taken a shit when you had to.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, those movies are crazy, dude.
So
I watched all 6 of them.
So if you ever wake up and you're chained into a room,
Yeah.
is the first thing you can do is like fucking vomit and shit yourself, or see if you have a key?
No, because I won't be able to reach it anyways.
Hey, what if you fucking vomit right under you?
I might shit and piss myself
How am
right
I
there
chained?
because
Am
I'll
I
be
chained,
chained.
Like,
Well, they had
you
that.
can't move your arms?
No, they're just they got you chained to like a wall.
Oh,
where
just
you
like
can't
one
walk
leg?
out. Yeah,
Oh.
Like
you
you're
know.
chained to a pipe. You can't.
you're
get
gonna make
nowhere.
yourself
Yeah.
throw up and shit, just to make sure you don't have a key.
I mean, I'd have to listen to the message first.
True.
I don't know.
Let me know what my challenge is, you know?
Dude, for a split second, I was like, what the fuck was that? I looked at you and Daryl, and y'all weren't fucking doing nothing.
You got fucking
Bro.
everybody scared over here,
What did he
man.
say?
Bro.
I didn't even hear it. What did he say?
You gonna do it again?
I looked at y'all, and y'all weren't fucking doing nothing. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
that would've
that
been
was good,
creepy.
man.
That was.
Brandon over there, dude.
Dude, I fucking love scary
I
movies,
almost
though,
ran
man.
out this fucking room.
I don't like him anymore.
You know the why?
I don't like scary movies, period.
Just don't.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You know,
fag.
you know the one I haven't seen that I want to watch is fucking Us. That one looks crazy.
I haven't seen
dude.
that. I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it was good
I
too.
heard it's trippy. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
What was the last one I watched? Man, it was pretty good.
I don't
remember.
like
I don't
scary
watch
movies,
scary
but I
movies
like
either.
those creepy ones. Like, oh,
Y'all don't
the
like
one
possession
Rob,
movies though, right?
No.
'Cause y'all are
Rob
scared of
Zombie
that
did.
shit.
No way.
Right?
the one Rob Zombie did,
No.
and it was like those 3 killers. It was one where he didn't paint himself like a clown.
Oh, I never saw that.
Devil's Rejects.
Yes,
I never saw that.
those.
Supposedly he's coming out with a new one. That's
To me,
supposed to be
those are like
legit.
scary movies because to me that shit could be real. Just to
Yeah.
get lost in the backwoods of West Virginia or some creepy town.
Mhm.
Fuck that.
That's why
Fuck
I'm
that.
never
The
in
Hills
the
Have
backwoods.
Eyes.
of
was,
West-
Wrong
was a
Turn.
creepy one.
Nah, fuck the Hills
No,
Have Eyes, dude.
That was a creepy one.
I hate that movie so much
Yeah, that
why
was
not?
creepy.
Why don't you like it?
because the first, I guess whenever they show up the first time, and the dude's like holding the baby so he could suck on the mom's tit.
Oh yeah.
Like that fucked me up. Like I don't like that shit. So I saw that movie one time, never watch it again,
Dude, it was
and
fucking-
I never watched the second one.
It was on me,
Second one, I
it was
don't
on
like
me,
second one.
myself, and Irene. How come he can do it there, but he'll
No, but
have
he
eyes
wasn't
can't?
the holding the baby as ransom. He was just sucking on the titty.
Yeah, the baby was getting leche, and he fucking pulled it away and put his head under there and started sucking on her tit.
Yeah, no, but that's not what happens in
But
The
it
Hills
was
Have
funny.
Eyes.
I know.
Okay, so it's different.
It's kind of the same premise.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same at all. But yeah, man. But yeah, y'all don't like possession movies, right? Y'all are scared
No,
of that
fuck
shit?
that shit.
You're scared of that shit? You
I'm
think
not
it could
scared
really
of
happen?
it. I know it can happen,
don't
but I'm
like
not
it.
scared
yeah.
of it. But I
well,
don't.
you know first. Have you ever been to one of his things?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it pretty?
it's intense. I don't think I've been to some of the more intenser ones, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's
who's
He's
things?
told me some stories.
One of whose things?
Bobby's Deliverance.
Bobby does. He calls them
Deliverance.
deliverance.
Yeah, deliverance ministry.
They're exorcisms, bro.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
No fucking way, dude.
He's told me
Dude,
some.
did I-
He's told me some crazy stories.
Dude, did I
bro.
tell you the time I almost ran out of my own house when my daughter was like 2 years old
That's probably still in her then.
because she was in the crib and she woke me and Marty up because she was laughing like loud. And we woke up and we're like, what the fuck is that? And we look over at the crib and my daughter's back is to us and she's so immediately, dude, I got goosebumps and I stood up.
Should have
and
fucking kicked her.
Fuck that, dude. Burn the house down.
I'm looking, dude.
Burn
That
the
was my
house.
fucking thought. I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at Marty, and I'm like, and Marty can see the fear in my eyes, dude. And Marty's
What
like,
she say? Quit being a
no,
pussy.
no. She was like, Ernest, calm down. And I'm like, dude, I'm about to run out this fucking house. What is going on? And she was like, Nay, wake up. And she was, she just started laughing harder, and we're like, dude, it was the scariest. I don't know if it's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, but
It's crazy shit, man.
I almost fucking ran out on my own kid in
I
the
used
house and never went back.
I used to when I was little, man. I used to sleepwalk like a motherfucker.
Fuck that.
And when we were on our way, because they always do a walk to San Juan to see the Virgen, the Virgin Mary, and so we were
Hold on, man.
we were
How
camped
come,
out,
how
right?
come after you say the Virgen, you look at me and say the Virgin Mary instead of the white dude?
Because you don't know Spanish.
Bitch, I know what that means.
But anyway, you're a coconut.
But I know what that means. You should have looked at him and said that.
And anyways, so we were camped
insulted.
out, right? We were camped out, right? And I was sleeping, and supposedly I have no recollection of it, but supposedly in the middle of the night, I woke up and just started beating the fuck out of my grandma.
What?
Yeah, I was a kid, so I really wasn't like I probably wasn't hurting her that much.
Yeah.
But when I woke up in the morning, they told me I had no fucking idea.
Damn, that's crazy.
So then later when we got back home, you know, after everything, they had a curandero come over, and he'd perform like this shit on me to where it made the demons go away, and it worked. I've never slept walk after that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but that shit kind of works, dude. Like you know, like they say, you know, when you get ojo, when your kid gets ojo or something, he's real fussy, won't stop crying and all that shit. And then you do the little
egg.
rub down with the egg and everything. That shit works, bro. It's worked for my son, you know.
What do you do with the egg?
You just rub it all over their body while you're saying a prayer.
Okay.
Usually it's the Lord's Prayer. Or you could say the prayer to the Virgin Mary, and yeah, and then you put it in a cup with some water. And
I think you put it under them.
Yeah, you put
You're
it under
supposed to
wherever
put it
they
under
sleep.
where they're sleeping, and then
Yeah.
the next day you break it and it's bad. It's like
No, you break the egg and you put it in the cup. Yeah,
and it's bad.
yeah.
That lets you know that
It like cooks
it got
in
out.
certain areas. It's pretty crazy, dude.
Man, it's a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
We all been through it.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the first I've ever heard of that. It's interesting.
No, that's crazy, man. But yeah, so my best friend, his son was just being like that, because usually we get them bracelets now, and his had come off, and whenever it had come off, he'd started getting real fussy and stuff, and his wife did it on her, and she said that it, you know, he got better. So I don't know, there's some crazy shit,
man.
dude.
There may be some stuff to it that passed down from generations to generations.
But that Bobby shit is crazy, bro.
Generational curses. Yeah.
Dude, there's no way I would be anywhere close to anybody doing shit like that. I wouldn't even want to talk. I wouldn't even want to talk to Bobby no more.
No.
He may open his mouth and fucking
Why,
demon
dude?
fly out of it, dude. I don't even want to know.
No, it doesn't go into him.
It goes somewhere.
He doesn't swallow the demons.
You ever watch the scary movies where like, dude, don't be the person that has shaky faith, because when it leaves, it's going to you.
Ooh.
That's why only like the strong faith people can do exorcisms, because they
Well,
have
no, some of the I believe that. Yeah.
yeah. They're like, don't be the shaky one with a little bit of doubt, because that shit will go right to you.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Fuck that.
You don't even want to talk to Bobby no more?
Fuck that. I don't even. Bobby got the hugest fucking balls. I don't even know how he walks.
There's times I've
like
told
that.
him I mess with him. I'm like, dude, it's like I can't even talk to you. I feel like you're just gonna know everything about me. You know, just because you have to be close to God. You have to be strong in faith to do the stuff he's doing. Because I mean, he's told me some stories, and they're not stories because they're what happened. You can't make this shit up. You know, talking to some of the demons and spirits that he's talked to and what they've said, and it's just
some crazy shit.
Do you
dude.
believe it, man?
Yeah,
there's shit out there.
Then he's a damn good liar, because this shit is good. I mean, he's a damn good storyteller.
How do you say
we
you
know
don't
Bobby.
know? How do you say you don't know? Because you haven't firsthand.
Yeah, I mean,
anything like that?
I've never dealt with anything like that. You know, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's weird. Do I think Bobby's a liar? No, I don't think Bobby's a liar. But I also don't know what.
It's hard to believe something like that until you see it. It really is. I mean, I believed it just because I've seen some other videos from this guy named TB Joshua that does the same things, but more over in Africa. And I believe stuff. I believe there's a supernatural and a spiritual world, and that we can't necessarily see.
That's crazy shit, dude. I don't know, man.
Dude, Bobby's crazy, man. There's no way, dude. No way. And you're crazy for fucking going. There's no. Why the fuck would you want to see that?
Because I might have something on me.
Dude, let me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Because we all have stuff.
You don't think there is? Like,
I'm pretty positive.
Would you want Bobby to do it though? Like on you?
Yeah.
Or
and
no?
Actually, I was gonna do it, but then work started up, and so it was like we had to just kind of go. So I was like, okay, all right now.
What were you gonna say?
Huh?
I forgot.
Dude, okay, this is the kind of person I am, right?
Pussy.
I was at work the other day, right?
Oh shit.
And it's kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. So I get to where I'm going, right? And we're supposed to sign in, you know, and the office was closed. Everything was off. It's like 5:30 in the afternoon. And I'm like, man, I'm not going to go sign in. Fucking everything's closed. I don't want to do the alarm. I'm the only one here. So I walked into the building, and lights are off in certain hallways. Certain hallways are on. And I'm like, well, the main alarm is off, so maybe there's a janitor here somewhere. And I'm kind of sitting there, and I'm listening, and I don't hear nothing, right? So I'm like, well, I'm just going to go do what I need to do. I start walking down the hallway, and I get down the main hallway, and I come up to another hallway, and I start hearing a loud piano playing. Like loud, like an electric piano. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? There ain't nobody here. No cars outside. I'm like, what? So then the little curious part of me is like, dude, go see what this is. So I start walking down the hallway, and it's getting louder and louder. And I start walking up to the door, and it stops. I'm like, what the fuck? How do they know that I'm walking up to the door? Because the door is still in front of me, and I'm not in its sight. So then I walk up and I look into the door and the lights are off. And I look in the windows and the fucking lights are off. And it's pitch black in there. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of walk a little past the windows and I'm like, dude, maybe there's another door, another classroom that I don't see. And there's nothing, just outside. I'm like, dude, that's fucking weird. And so then I get chills and I'm like, dude, I'm just going. And I walk back down the hallway. And as soon as I get down the hallway and I turn into the main hallway, fucking thing starts up again. And by this time, I'm like, dude, I'm not even turning back. I'm fuck that.
Yeah.
And I go upstairs and I go do what I got to do. And then I come back down and I'm going back down the main hallway again. And I'm kind of walking slow and I'm looking down that hallway, man. And there's just nothing happening, right? So then I'm going to leave and I think, man, I need to go ahead and sign in, dude, to show that I've been here. So I go through the thing, I open up the main office, and I go in there, and it's dark. And I'm going, and I'm looking at the alarm on the wall, and I'm like, all right, man, is that motherfucker on? I got to turn it off. And I start walking up, and next thing I know, I hear, what the fuck are you? And I turn, and I look like this, and it's an older black lady, and she's standing there, and she's like doubled over, like, oh, you fucking scared me. Oh, you scared me. And I'm like, dude, you scared me, man. I thought everything's off in the building.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody's here.
It's probably back there playing with her.
She's like, yeah, we're back in the back.
Oh, they were fucking.
She's like, me and Cheryl or whatever, we're back here in the back doing some work. But we had all the lights off.
The noise.
No, and I was like,
said, why'd you have
I was like, okay, on? I'm just signing the log. I'm in and out. I'm gonna be leaving, and I start signing out, and I go, man, it's strange. Are y'all just the only ones here? She's like, yeah, we're the only ones here. And I'm like, no, y'all can't be the only ones here. She goes, no, we are. Just me and her. And we're back here in the back.
Sure, they're fucking having a big-ass orgy.
That's
like, why she's like that.
Dude, I was like, dude, someone's playing the fucking piano over there in the other room, man.
Sir, we don't have a piano.
It's loud. No, and she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, it's very loud. And I walked to the room, and the lights were off. And there was nobody there that I could see, unless someone likes to play in the dark.
Yeah, well, they were playing in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
And, so then she kind of looks at me and she's like, well, we've had some strange things happen in this school, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Marty, make an appointment for your husband. He's hearing things.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude.
42 is not good on him.
I was like, I'm done.
You need to have Bobby visit you, bro.
No, I said, I'm not coming around here no more, right? And I start signing out and I'm going to leave. And I hear the other lady, she's going out, and I hear the door open and close. And so I tell the other lady, I was like, man, did she just go out there to go check it out? And I was like, well, I'm going to go.
She ain't scared like you.
Yeah. So, well, anyways, I went out that door, and she's standing in the hallway. She goes, there it is. I hear it. And I said, I told you, it's loud. She goes, yeah. Who's playing that piano? And I said, I don't know. The lights are off.
Maybe he found the stairway to heaven.
I said, I'm not going over there. I'm not going to look. And she's like, there's only us. And so... Anyways, I start walking closer to the door, and she's like, "Is there anyone there?" I was like, "No, it's dark. It's dark. I can't see in there."
Damn, you tell fucking some long ass stories.
I told you it was gonna be 45 minutes.
All right, man. Well, anyways, so we're trying to figure
you know
out.
He's cut it halfway already.
Yeah, we're trying to figure.
He's told us that they were both staring and saying nothing's there for like 9 times.
Yeah,
already.
we're both trying. I'm gonna cut it short. We're both trying to figure it out.
That's already too long to cut it short.
No, I thought he was
we don't know what's going on, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna leave. I'll start walking back. The other lady runs out of the office, and she's like, oh, maybe it's Keith. and supposedly is a Boys and Girls Club person that was supposed to leave like 5 hours ago. And she's like, maybe it was just him. Maybe it's him, whatever. So anyways, they end up calling him.
So the ghost name is Keith.
They end up calling him, and I guess he answered because the first thing she said was, Keith, why the fuck you playing in the dark? You got everybody scared here, blah, blah. She gets all fucking crazy with it. And, it was funny, though. It was funny. You had to be there.
You got to be there.
Hey, but my reaction was,
I wouldn't
leave.
be.
I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. What?
Yeah, if it was dark and I'm in a hallway and it just starts playing, I don't know why, I would have been kind of freaked out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's like the scariest part of going to some of these things in the summer is because everybody's gone and the school's pitch black. So you got to go in there and start turning lights on and whatever. And I'm just like walking
this
around
fool's
by myself.
Scared of the dark.
Dude, I'm scared of things that may be in there. That's not the first time something's happened to me in one of those schools. So you're scared of space? In one of those schools.
Yeah, because it's nothing but pure darkness up there. Just black. No stars.
You're scared of space?
Space?
Yeah.
No.
Why? It's all dark.
No, I'm not scared of the dark. I'm just scared of empty old schools, man.
That's not what you said. You said you're scared of the dark because you don't know what's in there.
I don't know what's in there, dude. You ever?
Okay, so you're scared of space.
I mean, you don't go into a really dark room and like, dude, what am I gonna see when I turn these lights on?
Anyways.
Yeah, because I try not to go into those dark rooms.
I'm not just the only one.
That's why I have my light on in my house. Well, so I can see also where
maybe
I'm
we're just fucking crazy, and these two guys are like, y'all are fucking dumb. Well, I'm just crazy.
I sound like a bunch of vaginas.
Well, we're all crazy. We're just different levels of crazy.
I don't think JJ's crazy. He's just.
I think I'm crazy, but
he's a dick.
Look at a crazy dick.
I like shit like that though. Like I like scary movies. You don't like scary movies.
No, I don't get scared of them. I just think
it sounds like you get scared of them.
Black Mirror, season 5, episode 1, and y'all 2. Just FYI.
No. I don't get scared of them. I can watch a scary movie and not be afraid.
If you watch a possession movie, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be scared as fuck."
Yeah, it kind of those stick with me. Those stick with me because I think that's possible, and it really fucks with my head. And I'm like, dude, you know what? Yeah. I don't want to put myself.
That's smart because you don't know what you're opening.
Yeah, I would rather not.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had scary shit happen in my life, man. I believe in shit like that.
So have I, but.
See, we need to do an episode where we just talk about the scary shit that's happened in our lives.
I ain't no bitch. Ain't gonna be no bitch about it.
I don't know. Look at your hat.
Oh, come on.
How am I being a bitch because I'm talking about it?
It's not because you're talking about it. It's because you're scared of it.
No, it's because you took you 38 minutes to tell the story.
That ain't no fucking lie. Half our show
when all you did was walk upstairs, walk down, unlock a door. I got scared by the black lady. She scared you. You scared her. And then y'all went back up, found Keith, and that was it.
But there was
look how long that story was.
But there was a mysterious piano playing for a while.
And that could have lasted about 30 seconds.
Who plays the piano in the dark, man?
Keith?
Dark.
Keith?
Well, obviously, I know now. I know now.
But hold on. Obviously, a lot of people there do shit in the dark because those ladies were back there in the dark, too.
That's what you should know about that school next time.
The main office was dark. I guess their back offices.
We got to go.
Lights. Just know if it's dark, the people.
Hey man, shit on me for telling a story.
Oh, hold on.
Next time y'all have some stories.
It was the length of your story. We weren't shitting on your story.
Shout out to the Blanco Panthers, my hometown. They made it to the state tournament in baseball. 3A, they're gonna be playing out at the Del Damon on Friday at 12. I'm gonna go watch them. But yeah, man, I'm excited, dude. That's legit. My little cousin is playing and is fucking doing great, dude.
Them Georgetown and Lake Travis, I think, are the Central Texas teams made the state.
Yep.
Can I give a shout out?
No.
Yes.
All right. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at From the Left Hash. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give it a like, fuckers.
Well, that's a way to get them to
thanks
give
for
us
watching.
A like.
Thanks for watching, man. We'll catch y'all next week.
Go Cowboys.